Go downstairs. I appreciate that, so will the people around you. Let's talk about the second tallest building in Chicago. It's right here. Guess the name of it? Just kidding. This is the Trump International Hotel and Tower, designed by Adrian Smith in 2009. Adrian Smith, world famous architect, world famous not for designing this building. He is more world famous for designing the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Has anybody ever heard of the Burj Khalifa? Yeah, world's tallest building. Now let's put the height of that one into perspective. Look to the top of Trump Tower. Add another one on top of it. That's how tall the Burj Khalifa is. That building is 1,388 feet tall. The Burj Khalifa, 2,717 feet tall. On the right. This black box building is the American Medical Association building, but it is an architectural landmark because it's the last office building designed by the architect named Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Now, why is Ludwig Mies van der Rohe so important? He came up into architecture in the late 1930s, and as he was becoming an architect, all the architects around him were cladding their buildings in a lot of fancy carved stone and ornamentation. All that stuff was beautiful, but technically it was unnecessary to the function of the building. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe revolutionized the whole world of architecture with one phrase: less is more. Let me put his work into perspective. Look at this black box building beside us. Not much to say about it physically, right? But before Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, no building in the world looked like that building. Which might be an odd thing to hear, because every building in the world looks like that black box building. Plain rectangular steel box. That is called the better well known in Chicago for obvious reasons. The actual name of the building is Marina City Towers, built in 1963 by Bertrand Goldberg in an effort to attract middle-class workers downtown to live, because folks, back in the day, no one wanted to live in downtown Chicago. Most people just worked down here. So Bertrand designed those two buildings like they were a city inside of a city. On the inside, there was a roller rink, a grocery store, a doctor's office, a movie theater, a bowling alley, any accommodation you could need or want to live downtown. Now, ahead of us, lit up yellow, you're going to see a shorter red brick building called the Reed Murdoch Center, built in 1914 by George Nimmons. There is something distinctly off about this building. In the back row of chairs, your flash is turned on. In the back, thank you. Now, this street to put in this bridge house, and they knocked down the column of windows on the Reed Murdoch Center. The building was not always asymmetrical. Now, coming out from underneath the bridge right next to us, this is 300 North LaSalle, designed by Picard and Shelton in 2009. This is one of the most environmentally friendly buildings in Chicago. It was built with over 60% recycled materials. And would you guys believe me if I told you no air conditioning units inside of that building? No one is suffering in there during the summertime when it's actually hot. The way they cool the building off is using river water in through the walls, pump it out cleaner than it actually already was. I am apprehensive to say that one though, because it may no longer be happening, because that process heats the water up, and that can negatively affect wildlife in the river. We do have wildlife in the river. Over 70 different species of fish live in the Chicago River. Let's go back in time again, 1930. Field Corporation, they're better well known today as Macy's. They had 18 warehouse buildings scattered all around Chicago. They wanted to combine them into one building. You might be thinking 18 warehouses.